Hi YouTube, I'm going to show you how I make pizza buns, is what we call them. The recipe for the dough I got from I'm Still Working's channel. She used it to make runzas, which I never heard of, and we tried them and didn't like them. So I still use the dough and just substitute the filling, and I'll put a link to that below this video so you can check out her channel and that recipe. But what I have here is 2 cups of flour, a half a cup of sugar, 4.5 teaspoons of yeast, and 1 teaspoon of salt, and I just whisked it together. And in the pot I melted a half a cup of lard, you can use shortening, and I combined that with 3/4 cup of milk and a half a cup of water. And I'm going to add this to the flour. Now I think in her recipe she used a bread machine or a hand mixer. I'm doing it by hand. I'm just going to whisk it. And get the lumps out of it. It only takes about 30 seconds. And you want your liquid to be warm but not too hot. If it's too hot, your dough's not going to raise. So as soon as that lard or shortening melts, you want to shut off the heat. Now I'm going to add 2.5 more cups of flour. Okay, 2.5 more cups of flour. And 2 eggs. Now I'm going to switch to a fork. And I'm just going to mix this till it pulls together into a ball, and then knead it for 5 to 10 minutes depending on how fast you knead. And when the dough's ready, you can see it's pulling into a ball. I'm not going to make you guys watch me knead it. But when the dough's ready, I'll come back and let you see the consistency it needs to be, and show you a little trick so that you know that your dough's ready. Okay, the dough's ready, and you want it to be sticky to where it's still, it'll stick to your hands if you leave it there too long, or to the counter. And how I always check dough for any type of bread or rolls is you want to be able to get a piece off and stretch it. And you want it to stretch out pretty far before it starts to break. That's how you know when your dough's ready. And I'm going to put this back in a bowl with a little bit of oil and let it raise till it's doubled, and we'll be back when that's done. Okay, the dough raised till it doubled, and I just punched it down a little bit. Divided it in 4 pieces. You might hear dogs, because when they hear bags, they know I have pepperoni. I'm just going to roll this out. It's not cooperating with me. You can always save your extra pieces and roll out more. This will give you 16 of these. And I'm going to divide it in 4 and put a little spoonful of sauce, handful of cheese, And I usually put 3 pieces of pepperoni on each one. You don't need to wet the edges, they'll stick. Just roll it from corner to corner. And then tuck the sides in. And the dough will stretch a little bit for you to pull it up and over. Just get it all tucked in. And don't worry if the bottom gets sauce or gets wet. You're going to let these sit and raise for 20 minutes once they're all rolled. And then you're going to bake them at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven, how hot your oven cooks. And I'll be back and show you guys a video of what they look like when they're done. Okay, I just took them out of the oven. They cooked for 15 minutes. And when they start to get brown on the bottom, that's when you'll know they're done. And I cut one of them open here so you can see the inside. And there's a good bit of bread that gets on the bottom, but it's a real sweet bread. And just a little bit of filling, the sauce and cheese and pepperoni. And we put hot peppers, sauteed peppers and onions, anything you'd put on a pizza in them. It's very good taste. So that's it, pizza buns. Thanks for watching.